Today, with popcorn in hand, I urge you to please stop touching grass and pay attention because we got a fresh new rivalry here for Stage 2 of VCT Pacific. You guys saw his Frost just now. After breaking GE records and achieving playoffs for the first time ever, top 3 placements for the first time ever, and a Masters event for the first time ever.
So, I think Full Sense have definitely got the pieces of the puzzle that they need to contest with GE today.
That's why I've got him on my build diff. But then again, who knows? Apparently just putting them in alphabetical order gets you a win. But right now, there's always the factor of that Yoru in as well. The clone going out short, so I don't quite know. Just sending a secondary team to poke around short a little. If Jit Boys gets one more kill, that's run it back, and they can always just send it in a split.
Another walk into the A side by the looks of things. But this time, GE have some defenses set up. Autumn being one of those, Crystal the other, not having too much success, but to be fair, did only have a Sheriff in hand. This push, though, from Sephiroth is going to be the difference maker, and Full Sense this time are well and truly on top in the round.
Yeah, the next Prince of Thailand, meant to be the upcoming IGL if and when Cruz departs. And he's already making his own moves right now. This is such a great hold from Full Sense. G are going to have to try to take down a couple more players if they are to take this round away, but it's not likely.
Gonna have a crack for sure. Cruz tucked in the corner will grab an easy freebie onto Patman, and Udotan has just gone for the scenic route back into A main.
Now, yeah, I guess why not? The team's going to be... I was hoping for things to be a little bit more explosive, but right off the get-go, it's just a little bit of pokes around. They spotted the clone going out of short. They come in with 3.
On their way into that B site, there's the lurk over towards A as well. Premier just gets deleted by his counterpart, and it's not gone well for Full Sense as they have kind of just tried a contact play on both sides of the map, and neither of those contacts goes well for them. So now they're going to have to try and creep their way back out to B, see if maybe Cruz can find this pick in middle onto Autumn.
Don't think so, though. He might have made a drop.
He made noise for sure. Autumn prepared for it, but can't win the duel anyway. Cruz just getting that peak as advantage, and Jit Boys into the B site now. Full Sense starting to put it together. Let's see if Harvey can hold on. Patman on his way across to try to reinforce, but doesn't want to overface the angle and will inevitably, you'd think, be getting smoked off here by Cruz.
Running out of time, too.
Yeah, 10 seconds. They're going to have to make something happen here, but Harvey's still in the back of sight. Surely this can't go well. Full Sense, the time pressure could be too much. Patman just has to peek and deny the plan, but he can't survive.
Gathering utility, breaking out the drones, breaking out the cameras. But as soon as the hit comes in, right, not out of the woods yet. Full Sense, players like Jit Boys, even though they're out with the run it back, they can still regress. A couple players going down, but they still manage to find the
which of your teams has any individual step up in any given moment. So there's one already for Full Sense. Patman pulling a kill back onto Jit Boys, though. Start to raise a bit of a question around how this anti-eco might go.
I just don't expect them to be pushing out A main like that, but still, Outlaw is always going to be a big anti-eco weapon depending on where and how Primy's positioned. Looks like they might just leave him off on an insert towards short, see what he can get done. They do know that Autumn tends to be the player around short. They've done well to eliminate Pat, who went into line with the TP. And there it goes. Numbers brought back to Full Sense. They can have their choice pick now, but the spike dropped.
Autumn knows he's got Cruz stuck between a rock and a hard place. That Cloudburst will not keep him alive, but he's still done enough to bring this round maybe back into contention. Good recovery from Primy after a missed initial shot. Crystal's position noted now as well. Did prompt out that neural theft, so a little bit of you know, I guess investment from Full Sense in this round, which they maybe would have otherwise liked to have held on to.
Perhaps, but I guess better to play it safe anyway. At this point now, as long as they don't give up the 1v1s to Crystal.
He's the type of guy that can clutch these. He does have the clutch gene. We saw that last split. We've heard the conversations around it. See if he can do it again this time.
Yeah, played it safe. I mean, you kind of knew they were on side anyways, but Full Sense played it incredibly well. just down to all the individual trades. It does come close for sure. If Cruz had not picked up, just a bit more, or Premier coming back in to bail out some of his teammates, this round could have gone differently. Meanwhile, Full Sense haven't done too much towards B just yet in the recent rounds. They're going to try that now with Sephiroth, trying to extend a bit for the team. It's a fake push, and Autumn whiffs.
That was a tough shot to hit, to be fair. Jitboys sent back by Harvey. Not going to be a huge cause for concern for Full Sense as they are just kind of walking their way over into B. And Primi, meanwhile, is on the lurk, cutting off rotates, causing a ruckus. 1 for 1 will not be enough to defend. But there's a question here I was going to ask of Patman. His timing not great in the end. Autumn also picked up. It's a case of poor timing for GE in this round. Full Sense getting the better of a couple of those duels. It's just Yudatan alive.
Everything just gets thrown into chaos from that point. Now they might have spotted Autumn from the one-way smoke as well.
He's going to look to fight. Will get forced away by the molly. So space taken by Full Sense. There's 5 players over here. They're just going to commit to the A site. They recognize maybe there's a gap in the defense there, and they will be proven correct in that assumption. A site taken. 5 on 5 for the post plan.
Crystal still has lockdown though. That's one thing Full Sense might need to respect, but ooh, Spike is planted in a rather open spot they can hold from main if they choose.
Whoa, Primi just gets out in front of it. He doesn't care about your lockdown. Happy to take the fight before that time ticks on over and gives the advantage to Full Sense.
So many numbers too.
Well, it's a full defense from A main though. I wonder if maybe these smokes are going to cause enough of a ruckus. Patman picked with a bit of util in hand there by Jitboys. Defense looking poor now. That defuse does start. Crystal is really relying on Harvey to get this job done alone. The smoke is not enough with the spam. Jitboys collects the headshot. And unfortunately for Harvey, you'd say this will be a little bit too much to do. He's hitting some good shots, but really begin.
Exactly that, isn't it? Oh my goodness. And now we're neck and neck again, Jordan. I mean, just see exactly how this whole round plays out and brings back to mind a lot of questions from stage 1, how G used to operate. Yeah, last week we saw back into re-clear, only spots 1 player. Full Sense knows where this hit is going to.
Good tag already onto Jitboys, forced away as well by that paranoia. The space opening up, but Yudatan has no idea that Cruz is tucked in the corner. Full Sense coming back into their own. Their first gun round of the second half. I think should things start to go wrong.
And that ult's still building up for Autumn. Crystal as well, Javi too. Like, it's just going to continue building.
I mean, it sort of worked until it didn't, you know.
Nice try. A 3-2 split.
Standing ahead.
And G trying something different.
Yeah. Time now to hear what Full Sense has to say about this round.
น่าจะช็อตเลยมันชอบทำเสียงกลางอยู่กลางอยู่เราคนเดียวอยู่นะคิดว่าสู้กลางได้อยู่ได้อยู่ได้อยู่ได้อยู่เอ้ยมาเอ้ยแค่หันผ่านกำลังไปด้วยมันได้ตัวนึงมันเดินกลับมาท็อปมิดกำลังไปด้วยก่อนพี่จอยหน้าช็อตวิ่งมาหน้าช็อตเอาดับพังแถบเอเหรอน่าจะเจอพี่ออฟเป็นดับมาแถบเอพังแถบเอครับลองปรับเอได้ช็อตมาแล้วพังแถบกูเฉยท็อปมิดเจช็อต
It's just all about trying to piece it together as much as possible. They heard the orb, now they hear footsteps out towards A short. That's what Cruz was calming out to the rest of the team. But GE good to apply more pressure towards B site. But does Full Sense bite the bait? They do for the time being, but there's not much else. They should be happy to pivot real quick right back over onto the A site, and that's why you do see Killa beginning to make some moves around.
Ooh.
A bit of delay utility with the Phoenix.
Yeah, that drone went through, but again, Jitboys up close and personal.
30 seconds
able
left.
to get that opening pick, and now GE kind of left wondering, where do we go? There's 20 seconds left in this round. They're walking their way up through middle. It is imperative that Crystal picks up that kill, because now that throws the fox among the hen house. Full Sense have no idea where GE are going. I think GE at one point maybe didn't know where they were going, but 10 seconds on the clock. They are going to get into the A site. They're going to get a plant, and Full Sense completely rotated off. That is a minor miracle pull from GE.
Jitboys does have run it back for a retake.
Okay, well, we'll see if he can make anything happen here. Primi, Jitboys both finding themselves an entry, but Autumn comes alive. Drops 2. Oh, is it enough though? 1v1 now for Patman, who used to be Postman Pat, but this time he cannot deliver. Full Sense get the defuse.
Best efforts at actually doing more of the damage through the smokes. Full Sends were still the ones to deliver that coup.
Autumn, but unfortunately, not enough done. Clean from Sephiroth. Great crosshair placement. Good reaction. Yeah.
He was hiding it so much. But
he was in politician mode.
Now
he's
in the coaching booth.
He's in football hooligan mode now. Well,
what a politician, man.
This is the last round, potentially, of the map. It feels like it kind of is. Full Sense have not delivered on this defensive side at all.
5 rounds in a row for OT. It's Premion and Operator who...
Oh, Premion and Operator, he's pretty good.
Lockdown as a reaction. G has options to head back out towards middle if they want to.
Is GE just going to push through mid here and try and take the fight to Full Sense, or are they going to reroute back into B? Spike needs to be picked up by Crystal at some point here. They're going to opt to take the, I would say, percentage play. Whoa. Patman up over the top of the wall. Catches Kalua as he just backs off. That is cheeky. And pulls it back to the 4-on-4.
Okay. Meanwhile, for Full Sense, pixel angles, but they didn't expect one to be still left around market, and that's Yudotan. They are trying to take him back. They managed to catch him, but still onto the site. Pat is up by logs.
Yeah, that Blaze Wall holding them at bay for now. Crystal and Patman doing the same. Autumn will drop. Nuke it on the block. Sephiroth to try to keep the game alive against the clutch minister himself, Crystal. Like I said, he's been here time and time again, and now he's got the info. As Sephiroth got the idea, Crystal early damage and finishes the job. 13-7. Global Esports will take map 1. And you know what?
Astra Stars to conceal their movements, but GE are moving all across.
Autumn once again has the opportunity, and he does start well. That is exactly what you want to see. That hot form continuing from map 1 to map 2, of course, helped out. Another kill goes through for GE, and it is all about Autumn in the pistol. A 2K. Full Sense. Not the start they want on Summit.
Definitely not. They're trying to mid-round pivot back over onto B side as well, but I feel like at this point, GE is just reading every movement. Yudotan might even be able to get ahead of them. Has paint shells to kind of thwart this plant. Oh no, Cruz can't even get a shot.
Yeah, this feels like a bit of a foregone conclusion at this point, but at least Kalua can try and get that plant down. See what he can make of it. Maybe find another kill or two, get another ult point. Yudotan is low. So that'll be a fight that goes the way of Kalua. He gets... I'm sure there's going to be something that will get you excited about this series still. Get the guns out in hand for Full Sense. This is where it starts to get a bit more serious. It's nice and easy to get past the anti-eco for GE, but this is where things have to take a bit more of a serious turn. Yudotan up close and personal, but it's Patman again. And this feels a little more impactful as he's picked up the opening kill. A site is starting to be taken. But GE was so good on their retakes.
Exactly, right? Which is why I guess Full Sense are trying to play up front as well, but look at how the Seekers reveal everything. Autumn takes one down. Gets out scot-free.
Now, Primi really trying to push the issue here. He knows that he has to be the X-Factor player to make some kind of difference. Kalua's sort of trapped in the back of the site here alongside Primi, and there's just util thrown at them time and time and time again, and even a satchel now as well. There's just no safe place to stand at all. It's all on Primi, and that's a sharp shot. Skeet shooting onto Yudotan. Oh, Primi! Out of nowhere! And now it's Autumn to rain on his parade.
Like, Full Sense was talking about not wanting to rely on Primi's, ace factor too much, but here it is, and it's kind of needed, right? Every single point of entry.
A bit of a move being made from Yudotan as well, so there's a lot going on in this round. It's like we've swapped positions.
Actually. Still with the guns, though.
30 seconds left.
Cruz's timing could be pretty imperative here as well if he can somehow end up behind Yudotan.
I guess Yudo shouldn't expect it.
No, he's not going to check that line. This is a freebie for Cruz. So 4 on 5. Plant going down. Full Sense might be able to swindle something here.
Crystal spent all his util as well. It's all down to Pat and how he's able to initiate, but he's down.
This is looking a little grim for GE. How do you get your way back into this one? Crystal hunting for any opening, but nothing being found. The Sheriffs are doing so much work. Primi is not happy that he didn't win that last round, so he says, I'll take this one instead. Round though, like that's the thing. It's a new map. You know, you've got lots of new angles, lots of things to be aware of. Obviously, it's playing out in an unorthodox way. I think it's pretty understandable that a round can fall apart like that when you're playing a new map in the pool and you're not so familiar with it.
I don't think so.
Probably.
Which is probably a good thing.
They need the time off.
Yeah, they got 2 next week.
And look at how confident GE are right now, just clearing everything, pre-firing a lot of positions as well towards middle through the smokes.
Okay, surely they can get a pistol crack.
This is very forward though. They do have a lot of trips and smokes to play around. So it depends on how well GE knows the map to clear, pre-fire the corners.
Drone's going to go forward. Don't think it's spotted Cruz, but he is going to be attempted to be cleared. At least Sephiroth chiming in with a couple of headshots will help him out. Keeps Cruz alive long enough to find the one, but still, GE are fighting their way back into this ace site. They get themselves the 2 for 3, which will allow them a plant. You've got Patman alive. He's obviously popping off. And Crystal there to play the support role. So let's see what maybe Patman and Crystal can put together here. They have been a little spotted on that cross.
Okay.
Patman's just got to go and shoot someone. That's really all it is. You just got to win this round with firepower alone, and he is in the form to do it. Doors going to be closed. Patman happy to just hold on that line, slow things down. Now Crystal making his move. Patman can't hold on for 2, but Crystal, this is his time to step up. Hasn't had to do much throughout this game. This could be a nail in the coffin for Full Sense, but just not given the space to get it done. So Full Sense at least give themselves a small window of opportunity to win.
Now that aside, for sure, not too bad for Full Sense. Immediately with Sephiroth being able to take down 2, Cruz hiding into the corners. And with the final 3 as well, playing it tight, safe as much as possible, just to put 1 round on the board. Definitely almost a scenario.
Okay, but what if GE just wins this round? Like, no. That would kind of be fitting for the way this game has played out.
No.
Flash around the corner, Patman starts it well, oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh dear, oh no. This is not the timeline, surely, Full Sense. Primi pulls one back, but you've still got to get past a few, and thank God for Primi and Cruz. But still, Crystal alive. Could win this round. He's going for the long flank. It's something a little bit tricky, something a little bit different. Doesn't matter if he gets his timing right, if he waits patiently, which he doesn't, so... There was something cooking there for Crystal, but this time Full Sense get by. A little bit too close for comfort, though.
It's over for the bonus. With that possibility gone, this is very likely going to be a 12 and 2. I don't know how much you can get done with just a Bulldog. Is it Outlaw or Marshall? There was this big of a viewing party in Thailand. I had no idea.
That is crazy. And
trying to right some wrongs, play it safe. Full Sense, though. Okay, at least they clear out A main, but...
B solo hold for Full Sense, even if it is the Cypher. I don't think Sephiroth's going to get too much done here. He's actually just going to play for the retake and allow GE out onto the site. Rotation coming through for Full Sense, but it is a meandering rotate at best.
30 seconds left.
Cosmic Divide to go down, cutting the site in half. And again, Patman at 23 and 6, improving upon that scoreline. Does fall to Primi, but a 1-for-1 is fine as far as GE are concerned for the moment. Autumn causing a bit of trouble for Primi, tags him down low. Harvey's on the off angle there as well. Crystal chiming in. This is it for GE. There is absolutely nothing in the day today for Full Sense. Sephiroth cannot get it done at 13-3. The game is over, and they say that revenge